pins are nice and bright right there. And that's one thing about hunting out of a blind, especially these Banks blinds are really nice, but when you're hunting out of any blind with archery equipment, when you get in here and you do some practicing, you want to make sure that you got good clearance and you can see your pins. Normally you're doing that during daylight, right? And what fools us is that no matter where you're hunting, if you're in an enclosed situation, you lose shooting light really fast. And even though these windows will bring in a lot of light, your pins are not always going to reflect that in low light situations. So these blinds are nice. These Banks blinds, this is a stump 4. You know, they got windows all the way around. I don't care what type of blind I'm hunting out of, I don't like to leave all those windows open for scent, for sight, that type of thing. So I would shut most of the blinds with these curtains, keep it dark in here, the deer aren't going to see me, it's gonna let less scent out. But also, what happens there is, I normally pick 2 spots. So I'm gonna pick my 2 best options, limit myself to that. It's gonna really increase my chances of getting deer close. But as it starts getting dark out, before it even gets to that point, I will just rig up a curtain behind me to let some of that natural light come in. And on those fiber optic pins, it makes a huge difference. If I have it completely dark in here, and even though I can see out there and I can see the deer, when I come to full draw, invariably, even with a lighted sight where they're legal, they blend together. Those sights just kind of all glob together, and it's really hard. If I have a little bit of natural light coming over my shoulder to where I expect to shoot, it's gonna make those pins that much more defined. It's gonna allow me to have a better aiming spot. Try it, I think you'll be surprised. Just a little bit of light behind you and above you to make that sight picture that much better. Thing about this blind that really sticks out at me first look here is that there's a lot of soundproofing features in here. I really like that. Padded side walls, padded floor, really quiet in here. The other thing that stands out to me is when you're outside, it's a nice looking blind, but it's a lot bigger when you're in here. This octagon shape that they have going on here gives you a lot of room, and there's enough room in here for easily 2 people and possibly 3 if you're maybe hunting with a child or young adult. A lot of other features that I noticed when looking at the blind from the outside, 6 windows out of this thing, including the one that's in the door. Very nice. You have 360 shooting all the way around you. Another thing about the windows is they stay open by themselves. Really nice feature. You don't have to strap them up there or pin them up there or any of that kind of stuff. You just flip the window up, it stays in place. Super nice feature there. The shades give you complete darkness. If you want it, you can take that down, adjust that. The windows are tight, so you don't get bugs in here. The door is especially rock solid. It has a double hinge. If you look closely, there's a hinge on the top and a hinge at the bottom. And when you turn that handle, it sucks the door in and it makes it just rock solid. That thing does not rattle even in this wind. A bunch of neat other features in here, common little things that come with this special edition Whitetail Properties blind is there's a shelf built in, there's a light built into the shelf, a nice rack over here. You can set your drinks, set your binoculars, all sorts of things like that. And then also, as far as scent and heat dissipation, there are vents built in the top and the bottom of the blind. So this allows you, if you have a little buddy heater or something, if it's really super cold out, it's going to give you fresh air circulation, which is really important. You can close those off when it's warmer, or if you don't want that, you know, the scent coming out of there, you can make it airtight if you want to. Super nice feature, especially for bow hunting. I know I could bow hunt or crossbow hunt out of this blind because of the windows, the way they're set up. And a super nice feature for me, I'm tall, I'm over 6 feet tall, 6'2" actually, and I can stand up in this blind and stretch my legs out, no problem. Hey, I'm impressed. This is the Stump 4 Whitetail Properties Edition. Banks blinds, they're out of Minnesota, high quality, hard-sided blind, and the cherry on top, this blind, this special edition, comes with this super comfortable chair. That's a pretty nice addition. So if you're in the market for one of these types of blinds, check them out, banksoutdoors.com.